here is two concepts I came to meet in the recent times. One is transurfing, and the other is transhumanism. For the people that have come in contact with those two terms, they will be very evident what they relate to. But if for any chance the person that is watching this video doesn't know what is either of those concepts, I will give a very quick idea about it, so people may get curious and study these two concepts, because these two concepts, for me, I believe, will be the major, let's say, forces or directions or themes or something like that. Two big broad themes or dynamics for the human being. So I will give a very quick explanation so you might understand and then study for yourself. Many people might have seen transhumanism portrayed in movies, in very types of media. So transhumanism, but let me just say that there are many levels of transhumanism. But transhumanism might be a materialistic way of enhancing the human being. And like I was saying about the levels, a basic level would be, medical instances when people loses a limb and substitutes it for a mechanical limb or something like that. It's a restoration or a reparation of the human body. That's the first level, but with the development of that technology and sciences and stuff, I've read and watched some videos that say that people will be able to do much more than that level. That's the basic level that we have been at for a long time. So there are more levels, like enhancing your brain with some type of technology that will mimic, and in some cases try to do more than our neurons and much more stuff. So the contrast here is, let me just go focus on transurfing, which is another concept that explains another force going on, which can be more spiritual or more holistic, I will say. That's my opinion. So what is transurfing? I described transhumanism a little bit. It's like transhumanism. It's like they are like both ways to enhance people's lives and people's experience of life and themselves, but they go about it in a different approach. Because for me, like I said, transhumanism is very materialistic. They just believe the body is a mechanism, and all you do is substitute parts and improve it. That's it. With transurfing, you get, if you know about it, if you don't, you should, because or some similar model of explanation of reality, because transurfing is taking into account the hidden laws of life, like the quantum physics of life, let's say. If you know basic materialistic knowledge like gravity and all that, which is important, of course, the physical laws, you only know the physical laws, you live in one way. If you know the physical laws but you know the subtle laws, which can be described as quantum physics, then you live in a different way, because it's like you are aware of certain laws and forces that you put in motion with your mind. Let me just resume it very quickly. You know that not only your actions have power over reality in yourself, but your thoughts as well as your emotions. They are more subtle forces, but they do have power. In transurfing, that is into an account. And in certain ways, spirituality refines the body in a spiritual or subtle way that can enhance your thoughts, energy, and emotions. And you can do much more with that there's a lot more stuff going on, of course. And for me, I believe that transhumanism will, in short term, it will probably look more beneficial as you substitute your human parts for a mechanical enhanced whatever part is, but you will lose the potentiality, because you will be cut of the subtle energies, because as it says in Transurfing and in many spiritual teachings or concepts, your body, it's like a manifestation of a code, and that code is in nature, is in God, is in the universe. It is transmitting in some way your body, who you are. And if you substitute your cells, your organic cells, for some metal part or something like that, it will not match the signal. It's like there is a signal from the universe, and it just doesn't reach your body, because you have substituted your body for a mechanical part or whatever. So imagine if you are to evolve in a mechanical way, you substitute your parts, but your organic part will just be, how can I say, paused or stunted, because it will drag the organic body, And in the spiritual way, you take your body as a whole and you level up, you update it, and it goes as one. You see. And if you use the mechanical parts, you get kind of stunted, in my opinion, and maybe in many people's opinion that study these things, because in a way you are just messing with the uniformity and the unity of the body. It's in a short term, I can see that the short term is very appealing, because people don't have to work for a better brain, a better physique, if they want to enhance the body or their capabilities in a fast way, it just might work. But at what cost? That's the thing. What will cost you? And the problem here is many people will not know. I myself, I don't know. Many people don't even know what will be the cost of that. What will be the cost of that? Because you are training. You are training one thing for another, but are you gaining or are you losing? Because if you don't know much about your potentiality, you don't know you can do extraordinary things with spiritual updating your body, you don't have anything to lose. If you don't have that key knowledge about God, about the universe, about the subtle laws that govern reality in your body, and how you can use that to do just what you want without, how should I say this, without scrapping your body, without cutting yourself, without disconnect yourself or part of your body from nature even more. So that's my ideas about this. And like I was saying, the two major movements, as I read and watched some information, is that people are there is some kind of dynamic that some people go one way and some people go another way. There may be some people that try to meet those two, which I don't know it's that easy, but I don't know. This is pretty out there stuff, I guess. But the thing might be happening. I don't know. I know for sure that there's always been spiritual stuff, like people that enhance their capabilities, physical or extrasensorial and other things. But the technology now can just be different. In a few years, we don't know what might be capable. And the thing is, what will make the difference is really knowledge, knowing the fundamentals, and then work yourself with that knowledge. Because if you don't know anything about the fundamentals of human being, spiritual and physical, you can produce anything that is all and awesome. Let's say it's not awesome. So there's my issues here because of this, and the fact that there is some kind of movement. Let's say there is no sexy campaigns about spirituality. There's not much, let's say, I believe. But there is I suppose I've seen some videos saying that there are some sexy, very sexy propaganda to lure people into transhumanism. And think about that. People that are unsatisfied with themselves, they just don't know what they were taught in school, and that is not that much. They would just jump right into this. It's all good stuff. They don't know the downs of this. They don't know the cons of transhumanism. They can't even fathom it because they only know the materialism laws and all that. They don't know the possibilities, the potentialities of spiritual technology, let's say. They just don't know. So they are lacking fundamental key information, and without that information they can't make an informed choice about this. So this is my video. I hope it reaches some people that may need this information, because in the future we might have to know a little bit more about both. I guess we probably need both, I guess, in a way. The important thing is finding the balance, but without knowledge about what we are doing, where we are and what we can do and what we are doing, it's hard to find balance, I guess. So here's the video. Let's go. Stay connected.